Hello everyone, welcome to the Greg Larson Show. If you're in Brisbane, come and see me on June the 5th and the 6th. If you're in Wellington, come and see me on June the 12th and the 13th. If you're in Auckland, come and see me on June 19 and 20. I'm performing my show Unrelenting Ultraviolence in your city. Come and see it. It's bloody good. I'd love you to come. I'd love you to come. So come and watch it. And also, if you want to watch my full comedy special, Where's My Fucking Money? It's out now on the Humdinger YouTube channel. It's called Where's My Fucking Money? It's really good. Look it up on YouTube. Greg Larson. Fucking hello. So yeah, and tell your mates about both of those things. All of those things. Tell your mates. Spread the word. I love you. Let's get into it.
The Greg Larson Show. The big unit is ready to go. The Greg Larson Show. Muck around on the marzipan. A fresh custard in his hand. The greatest podcast in all the land.
Crabman. Crabman.
Show.
Crabman. Crabman. Welcome to the Greg Larson Show. This episode is called Stop the Slop. Let's Kill AI.
Dick.
It's 3 o'clock.
Come.
3 o'clock. Everyone get down. It's
Square.
time to have news reports.
Orgasm.
I'm rootin'.
Mummy.
Pussy.
Finger rootin'.
Mummy.
Dick and pussy roots.
Hello, Mummy.
It's
Hello,
rude
Mummy.
o'clock.
It's rude o'clock.
Square.
Here's your host,
Oh.
Greg Larson.
Come.
Rude.
See, AI can't make shit like that. That's all geggy. I hate AI. I hate it. It sucks. Fucking shut up. I hate the slop. I hate AI. It's so bad. It's shit. This episode is all about why it's shit, why you should hate it too, and why we should stop using it forever. And the first thing I want to say, as a little disclaimer, well, not really a disclaimer, just more of a, explainer. Maybe disclaimer is the word I'm looking for.
What is that? What is that? What is it? Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah!
Is that I'm not an old man yelling at the clouds. Right? I know that there will be at least a few people listening. I know. I mean, hey, I know who I am and I know who my audience is, and I know that I love video games and there's people out there who love technology, and there's lots of technology I love. Let's be honest. There's lots of technology I love and there's lots of technology that I hate yet am also addicted to, like fucking phones. Like, I think a lot about throwing my phone into the river, and I'm also just constantly pulling my phone out and just doom scrolling. I think we all know what that feels like. You know what I mean? There's lots of technology that I love, lots of technology that I hate. It's safe to say that I am very not tech savvy, but I'm fucking sitting in a little room with a Rodecaster and I've got like dual monitors. You know what I'm talking about? And I know that a lot of people who like me that tend to look like me. I know that there's probably a lot of people who quite like anime, who quite like a little bit of PlayStation. And I know that there will be people who listen to this who probably like AI, or at least have said things like, well, AI, it's a useful tool. Like, yes, there's issues, but it's a useful tool. To those people, I want to say, please, respectfully, fucking stop. And I know what you like, and I had a lot of fun when we first got those. I can't even remember what it was called, but you could type in little prompts and see shitty AI videos of shitty AI pictures. Like I would type in Alf finds a gun, or Alf thinks about committing suicide, or Alf kills his whole family. You know, Alf, the alien Alf. And then you could see like this really bad AI version. That was when AI was fun, when it was so bad that it was funny. When you could ask it things and it would just be not even close to correct. When you could make, and I had a show called Slurps Up. Slurps Up. Slurps Up. I don't have any Slurps Up sounds on here. But I had a show called Slurps Up, and when people were filing in, I don't know if they noticed or not, but I had literally AI generated GIFs. And I found it really funny because they were it was like a fever dream. It was like stuff you would see in your dream. Like it was back when AI, you could type in a prompt and it would take 10 minutes you go like old man eating spaghetti, and it would take like 10 minutes, and then you'd get a 4-second clip of what kind of looked like an old man pushing what kind of looked like spaghetti into his forehead. And that was funny to me. And I just had like 50 different AI clips of things that some kind of looked like stuff and others didn't look like anything. And I did this thing that everybody did. It was like, you know, when AI started getting even better and you could type in like, make me as an astronaut and make me as a soldier, and everyone was posting things. And yeah, I'm sure I did post AI little photos of myself, right? We've all done it. We all had a little fun, and it was kind of fun. We all had a little bit of fun, and I got ChatGPT. You know, I got on that, and then I started like, you know, making it call me daddy and all this kind of stuff, and we had a little bit of fun. We all had a little bit of fun, but the fun is over, and this thing has to fucking die. AI is your enemy. This is humans versus the Matrix. It is our enemy, and we have to kill it. We have to kill the slop. And this is the sort of, I guess, disclaimer, or like me being defensive, I guess, is that I'm not an old man yelling at the clouds. I am not just against it because it's new and scary. There are lots of people throughout history who, when something new comes out, they're scared of it and they hate it. And the older you get, the more likely you are to be like, no, I don't like this new thing. Oh, things were better back in my day. There's lots of new things that I really love. They never had those bloody massage guns when I was a kid. You know, those bloody big guns. I got one now, fucking Buska. That's an example of of new technology that I'm across. Any new video game console, I'm fucking getting it day one, dude. You kidding me? Like, there's heaps of new stuff. There's heaps of new music that I love. There's heaps of new movies that I love. Like, I embrace what's new when it's good. But you have to remember, right, all throughout history, there were people that said that this new thing was bad and this newfangled thing was scary and it was shit. And a lot of times they were wrong, and a lot of times they were right. It's foolish to sit there and say just because something's new, it's scary and bad, and that new technology is terrible and we got to watch out. But it's also foolish to say, oh, you just hate it because it's new and you're scared. Well, get with the times, grandpa. Like, there is so much stuff that we as humans have invented and brought into the world that was fucking shit and went away. You know, it's like with music, people like they say, oh, music today sucks. Back in my day, it was good. But back in your day, we only remember the good stuff. You know, I forget the year that it was. I can't remember what it was, but like, it's like that song, I Want Candy. Like that was way more popular than anything that like Led Zeppelin ever made, for example. The Crazy Frog remix hit number 1. You know, and that's not a song that stands the test of time. But like what I'm saying is there are a lot of new inventions all throughout history that were shit that we don't. Zeppelins. You know, there was a time when people would have gone, oh, Zeppelins are the future. We're all going to ride around in Zeppelins. When was the last time you had a transatlantic journey in a Zeppelin? Answer me that and stay fashionable. what is that sound? It's too loud. Who's that? Answer me that and stay fashionable. That's a quote from I feel like the young ones, maybe Alan Partridge. I don't know. Zeppelins. Nobody uses Zeppelins anymore. Gun trains. You know, they used to be in World War One, and I think in World War Two, but definitely in World War One, they had trains with big guns on them. Gun trains, like artillery gun trains. That kind of died in the arse, didn't it? When was the last time you fucking saw a gun train riding around your neighbourhood? Never, is what I reckon. Gun blades. Have you ever played Final Fantasy VIII? The best Final Fantasy? If you fucking disagree, you're a fuckhead. Final Fantasy VIII, best Final Fantasy. Squall, rules, shut up. But in Final Fantasy VIII, they had gun blades, which is like a sword with a gun attached, and you swing the sword and you shoot the gun at the same time. Cool in theory, sucks in reality, and guess what? They actually had them in reality. You can look them up. There's various throughout history gun blades, swords with a gun, and they sucked. And people went, this fucking gun, it's a shit sword and a shit gun. More recently, NFTs. Remember the fucking Bored Apes that people were paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for? A fucking JPEG. Like, people, that's fucking shit technology. That sucks, and it's fucked, and fuckheads liked it, and they were saying like, oh, you just don't like new stuff. Nah, man, you're a fucking loser, and the history has proven us right. NFTs, who's fucking mucking around with NFTs now? Speak up. But yeah, NFTs fucking suck. All cryptocurrency fucking sucks. And anyone who says it doesn't, you're a fucking idiot. Like, it's a fucking pyramid scheme. And you're like, oh no, but it's actually a great way to transfer money and blah, blah. Yeah, maybe it could have been, but it's not. It's just specky fucking day trading bullshit that has no actual practical value or purpose other than to just fucking, it's pure gambling. That's all it is. Crypto is just a fucking pyramid scheme, pure gambling, and you're going to be left holding the bag if you've got crypto. Someone's going to pull the rug and it's a fucking scam, cunt. 3D TVs. I could go on. There was a time where every TV was 3D and you had the 3D glasses. No one fucking has them anymore. No one fucking gives a shit. It's bad technology. VR headsets. They're kind of good technology. I've got a PlayStation VR headset. I've used it once in the last year because you're kind of like, it's easier to just fucking sit down and just play the game. Like, eventually the novelty wears off and you're like, get a bit of a headache wearing it. I don't think they're ever, and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think stuff like that's ever going to take off because, like, there's lots of technology and it happens all the time, right? We're going to be living in this Minority Report thing where we move our hands to control things, but no one's ever invented anything easier than just a mouse, right? All these new ways of interacting with devices come out, but at the end of the day, just sitting on a chair using a mouse is pretty fucking easy. Google Glass, those phones with the touch screens that fold and then the screen always gets fucked up. Google Plus. If anyone can tell me exactly, can succinctly explain what Google Plus was, I'll give you $1,000. That's a lie. I'm not going to give you any money. Fuck off. But in any case, the Virtual Boy. That's like, I'm just rattling off technology that was brand new and exciting and fucking sucked and nobody uses it and it sucks. Shut up. Right? That's what I'm saying. There's heaps of technology, heaps of things that at some point someone would have gone, this is bad because it's new. And someone else would have gone, you just hate it because it's new. And either way, it fucking ended up being shit and we don't use it anymore. AI is one of those things that I don't think it's going to go the way of 3D TVs in the sense that, you know, I don't think people are going to just go, I'm bored of this shit and just stop using it. I hope they will, but probably not. I think we have to make a conscious effort to not use AI because AI is bad. Like bad, bad, bad. And I'm going to go through 3 arguments of why we should stop using AI. right? And I hope the first one is enough. I hope the first argument is something that will naturally kill AI in the same way that 3D TVs were naturally killed, in that we didn't even have to try to stop 3D TVs. We all just kind of went, all right, I'm over it now. And that is the first point. I'll tell you what the 3 points are, and then I'll go into the first point. The 3 points are: 1, AI is shit, as in it does a shit job, and it's not very good. 2, AI is pointless. There's literally no point to it existing. And 3, and this is probably the most important point, AI will kill us all. So we'll start with number 1, AI is shit. AI is extremely bad at what it does. Whatever you want AI to do, it is not good at it. And this is an argument that I'm making that won't be true in the future. Right now, this is true. And in the future, it won't be. But the future doesn't matter, like, for your day-to-day life today, right? There is no point to you using AI today, because whatever you want it to do, it will do a worse job than what a human could do. And it will take more time. It fucking sucks. It is shit. In 2026, AI is shit. It will do a shit job. It'll make your job harder, not easier, always. AI today makes basic mistakes all the time. This was earlier, I don't know, I can't remember when I was fucking around with ChatGPT, but it was last year. And at one point I asked ChatGPT who Greg Larson was. Me, Greg Larson, the comedian. And I can't replicate this result. It is getting a bit better. It still makes mistakes. There's mistakes now are more minor. Like, it says that I did a show in 2022 that was actually in 2021. But that is a mistake. But at one point it said that I had won an award in 2017 for a show called Greg Larson is a Piece of Shit. You'll just have to take my word for that it said that, which was really funny. And I screenshotted it, and then I don't know where the fucking screenshot is. It was very funny. I was roasted by AI. But it fucking sucks, right? And now if you use ChatGPT or Google AI to look me up, for example, you'll find some mistakes in there. They'll be minor, but there'll be mistakes in dates of when something came out or whatever, right? I mean, it just sucks. Remember the Willy Wonka experience? Fuck, I still look that up once a year. It's funny in how much it sucked. They just got AI to make a thing called the Willy Wonka experience. If you haven't heard of this, if you've been living under a rock, do yourself a favor and Google it. It's so good. Just like scripts. It was this thing where kids would pay money to go to the Willy Wonka experience. And it was just this fucking warehouse with this shitty AI stuff all around. And there was like a guy called the Unknown that comes out of the walls because AI wrote the script. It's fucking dog shit, right? AI gets things wrong all the time. Because now you can't even not see, like, if you Google something, Google is just going to tell you, because I try not to even engage with AI, but Google will just give me AI results, and it's frequently wrong. Like, I looked up Silent Hill F, which is, for all the bloody nerds out there, a bit of a horror video game, highly anticipated, AAA, big budget. This is a big deal video game. It's the video game equivalent of, a bloody one of them Marvel movies coming out. You know what I'm talking about?
Israel is committing genocide.
Silent Hill F was a hugely anticipated big budget game. And I was looking up when it comes out in Australia. And when I say I was looking this up when I knew that it was going to be, I was like, this comes out in the next week. I'm not sure when. I was like, what's the release date? Because I want to make sure I'm free that day so I can sit down and play it the whole day. And Google AI told me that Silent Hill F would never be released in Australia because it was banned. It's not true. It's not a true thing. If I'd gone by Google AI, I would have gone, oh no, and then I wouldn't have got this great game and I wouldn't have got to play it. It actually wasn't that good. There, I said it. It was pretty good, But the Silent Hill 2 remake was better, I think. Anyway, there's this great guy you can look up. He's got a little YouTube, got a little Instagram, Husk IRL. It's quite funny. He just constantly just proves how bad AI is by just asking ChatGPT or whatever AI software is using, just basic questions, getting it wrong all the time. AI can't count. Like he'll be like, set a timer. And AI's like, okay. And it just can't do it. Like it literally can't count from 1 to 10. He'll give it instructions like count to 10 and it just won't do it. He'll ask it how many R's are in strawberry. It can't tell you how many R's are in strawberry. It's like there's 2 R's. And just a spoiler alert, there's 3 R's in strawberry. It doesn't know that. And it can't do it. Right? AI can't follow simple instructions. AI art. It's all dog shit. You see like, oh, there's a little burger place near me. It's got an AI poster. It looks like shit. You can see when people do their comedy festival and they do AI posters, they look fucking shit. They look fucking bad. AI jokes. It can write jokes. They're all shit. They're all lame. If you get AI to do note-taking, it's full of mistakes. AI summaries. If you get AI to summarize your emails or your text messages, it will miss important details. My partner accidentally used AI to summarize a text message when she was in the car because the phone has now switched to AI summaries automatically and she had to change the settings. And there was a message about me going, you got to get this stuff from the shop. I need fucking 50 packets of lube and a zucchini, and she didn't get all the stuff that I needed. That's a little joke. That's a little gag.
Daddy.
AI, the note taking makes mistakes. The summaries will miss crucial information. Transcriptions are full of mistakes. If you get AI to transcribe the audio of a video, it'll make heaps of mistakes, right? And AI now, today, as I'm speaking this won't always be the case, but it is true today now. AI is bad at what it does. It will make mistakes, it will fuck up, and it doesn't do the job properly. There's no reason to use it because it simply doesn't do the job properly. If you Google something and you look at the AI results, it may be incorrect and you just have to Google it properly anyway. Right? If you ask ChatGPT a question, you have to double check the answer because the answer may not be correct. It might make a tiny mistake, it might make a major mistake, but it's not good enough. And if you are someone, you might be listening to this and you use AI regularly. You use AI day to day to look up things. Maybe it's the opening hours of a restaurant. Maybe it's to do your job. And you might be listening and going, well, Greg, I'm sorry, but AI actually does help me in this way or that way. I have some unfortunate news for you. You are really shit at your job and everyone else thinks you're shit. Everyone either knows that you use AI or they think that you just fucking suck. Right? They know, like, they constantly go, oh, why does fucking Billy seem to miss details in the emails that I send him? Or why does Jenny not seem to be aware of what was in the contract or that document? You know, why is this guy replying to my text messages but hasn't replied to every question I've asked? Like I've asked like 3 questions and they went, yeah, that sounds great. I'll see you soon. And like, why do they do a shit job when I tell them, can you design this poster for me? Right? They either know that you use AI and they're like, ugh, or they just think, fuck, you're shit. You're like, if you use AI regularly in your day-to-day life to interact with others, to do work that you need to get done, whatever, in any way that other people are, you know, interacting with, you're like someone whose breath fucking stinks bad. And no one is sort of like, they're maybe too embarrassed to say it or they don't feel comfortable saying it, but they know. They fucking know. Right? It like anything you've made in AI looks bad. You might think, oh, that looks pretty good. No, it doesn't. And everybody thinks it looks bad. If you made a poster, it looks like you've just chucked some stock elements together. If you've submitted work, it has weird grammar or mistakes, or you've missed things that don't quite hit the brief. People are noticing that you're missing crucial details. They're noticing all these things. They know, right? There's like this old joke that I can't remember whose joke it is. I feel like it's one of those jokes that 10 different comedians have told, but like, if there's always a crazy person on the train carriage, and if you look around and there isn't a crazy person on the train carriage, it's because it's you, right? If you use AI day to day, you are that person. It's making you look bad and you are blissfully unaware, because AI in 2026 is not good. It's not good. You're uploading a video on Instagram with all these you haven't checked the transcription, there's all these bad mistakes in there. And people are like, ugh, your videos suck. Everything you're doing is a bit shit. And if people aren't telling you that, they are thinking that. I promise you that. It is not good enough to replace us. At this point in time, in fucking whatever it is, June 2026, AI is a bit shit. And if you use it, people think that you are a bit shit. And this leads me to my second point, which is AI is pointless.
Israel is committing genocide. Israel is an apartheid state.
Price check on boycott Israel. Price check on boycott Israel.
So AI can't currently, and again, I need to stress this point, currently, it can't do any job on Earth well enough to be actually useful. And I have used it. I have used it. I can get AI, say I want to upload a little clip of my stand-up comedy. I can get AI to transcribe that clip to put little subtitles on it. Which, by the way, I think I'm going to stop doing because, this is just me. Maybe this is just a personal taste thing. I hate watching clips with subtitles on because it's ruining the punchlines. When I watch a comedy clip, I literally use my finger to cover the section of the screen where the subtitles are because I don't want to ruin the punchline. Maybe that's just me. Let me know in the comments below. Do you do that? Do you like your subtitles? Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, the fuck was I talking about? Yeah, I can get AI to write subtitles on a clip. I can do that. And I have done it. But it makes mistakes. Not heaps of mistakes, but enough mistakes that I always have to check. And I always have to check every line. I have to go through it line by line to check that a mistake has been made. Because you either check it for mistakes or you just don't check it for mistakes and you upload it with mistakes and people think, like I said before, that you fucking suck at your job. So I have to go through and I check it for mistakes. And if I'm going through line by line checking AI for mistakes, then what is the point of me using AI? What the fuck is the point? If I have to go through it line by line, word by word, then why don't I just transcribe it myself? Like, what the fuck's the point? I'm either going to do a shit job or AI is creating more work for me. And I'm pedantic. I fucking timed it. It is quicker for me to listen to a clip at like 50 or 75% speed and literally just type along than it is to let AI transcribe it and then go through and fix up all the errors. It's quicker for me to just type it out physically. It is quicker. So even if I wanted AI to do that job, it's quicker for a person to do it. And if you think it's not, then you're wrong. Or you're real slow at typing maybe, I don't know. But like, I'm not a particularly fast typer. It's quicker for me to just type along. If I play the clip at full speed, I can't. But if I play it slower, it takes less time. It actually takes less time. For me, in that specific instance, AI is pointless. There's just literally no point to using it. And that's for a job that doesn't matter. If you have a job that matters, like a surgeon, say you're a brain surgeon, or you're a pilot, or you're a Subway sandwich artist, someone whose job is actually important, not like some fucking podcaster, someone whose job where lives are on the line, you cannot afford for a single second to trust AI to do any part of your job, no matter how small, without double or triple checking every single thing that it does. You get it to take some notes, you need to double and triple check those notes. You could, if you're a doctor, you could misdiagnose someone. You could accidentally leave off the olives from their sandwich, and that will fucking destroy someone's life. If you are in an important job, you have to double and triple check everything that AI does. And so what the fuck is the point? AI has just created extra work. Right now, AI in your job is pointless because it isn't good enough to do any job well. It isn't good enough. And you have to double, triple check it, which means more work. If you ask ChatGPT or Google AI a question today in June 2026, you will probably get the right answer, but maybe not. So you still have to check. You still have to check yourself. And if you have to check yourself, then why are you doing the step where you ask AI in the first place? You're just adding extra steps. As long as AI makes mistakes, which it currently does, as long as it's dog shit, which it currently is, there's just literally no point ever using it. You know, there's no point using it until it's perfect. And it's not perfect, so don't bother. But it's not just that it's pointless for the worker or the creator. It is completely pointless for the consumer or the customer to want something or to use something that has been made with AI. And I think, like, specifically talking about stuff like art and the word content. I had a joke in one of my shows where I talk about this, right? Like content creator. It sounds like talking about art as content sounds like we've just given up on life. It sounds like a chef saying, I just create calories, like whatever, just fucking put it in your mouth and fucking just consume it quick. And now the next thing. It just makes it sound like we've given up. But anyway, when you're talking about art, when you're talking about content, when you're talking about fucking movies, music, whatever, there is literally no point in me, the consumer, the person who's sitting on their couch wanting to entertain themselves, watching anything or listening to anything that was made by AI. And there's a bunch of reasons why. And going back to the first reason being, it fucking is shit. It is shit. I have access to the internet. I have access. I can watch the fucking Sopranos, dude. I can watch Clockwork Orange. I can watch Pretty Woman. I can watch Freddy Got Fingered. I can watch Aqua Team Hunger Force. I can watch Citizen Kane. I can watch Road Trip. I can watch the classics. I can watch funny stuff. I can watch scary stuff. There are literally more movies and TV shows and albums that I have never heard or seen than I could watch in my lifetime. Even if not one new piece of music, not one single new movie, not one single new TV show was ever made for the rest of my life, I would still have enough things to watch and listen to and enjoy. So why the fuck, if I've got all this stuff, if I've got this fucking wealth of things that humans have written and painted and created and played with guitars, in all of just the wealth of human art that I have access to, why the fuck do I need a badly animated Shrek getting a tomato woman pregnant with incorrect subtitles on my... Why do I need to watch that on my phone? Like, I don't care. Man, I could watch fucking anything. You think I'm going to waste my fucking day watching that shit? And I can watch shit that was made by humans. I can watch fucking... I don't know, Two Girls, One Cup. If I want to watch people eat actual shit, I can watch it. Like, nothing that AI has is going to be as interesting, whether it's as powerful or just disgusting or scary or whatever, as something that already exists. And there's millions of things I haven't seen. But even if But even if there was no movies to watch, even if there was no music to listen to, and even if AI could actually do a half decent job of making music or movies, which it can't do a good job of it yet. But even if it could, why would I give a shit, right? It's still pointless because when I watch a movie, when I watch a TV show, there'll be questions, there'll be feelings, there'll be thoughts. Why is this character doing that? What's motivating this character? Why did the director make that choice? When I listen to music, I feel something emotional. Maybe I'm listening to a sad song and a song that another person has wrote and I feel some kind of connection. I'll be like, I'm not alone. That person also feels that. There's something. I have feelings. I have thoughts. I have questions. That's all art is. Art is not a fucking piece of content to be consumed. It's something to connect with. And I have absolutely no thoughts or feelings or questions when AI makes something, because there is no deeper meaning. There is no connection. There is no feeling. There's no puzzle to figure out. There's no motivation to understand. The only reason it exists is because the algorithm said it should exist. Why did AI make this creative choice? Because it ran the numbers and it was 60% more likely to drive engagement than another creative choice. Therefore, I don't give a shit. I just don't care. It's just not interesting to me. It's boring to me, right? The song, the movie, the painting, whether it's good or bad, it's not interesting. I'm not interested in it. I don't care. I just don't give a shit. I'm not even angry about it. I'm just not. It doesn't even enter my head. It's just white noise in the background. In the same way that, looking at the pyramids of Giza might inspire awe or feeling, but looking at an empty Coke bottle in the street doesn't. It doesn't even register. I don't even think about it. One has mystery, one has meaning, one has some kind of connection. The other's just some slop that just happens in the background. I don't give a shit. I just don't care. And that's all AI content is. It's just slop. It's just background noise. I don't even fucking, I used to scroll through YouTube. I used to just use YouTube like Netflix or whatever. And now I just don't anymore because it's not like a moral choice. It's just boring. It's just fucking AI slop. Just one thing after the other. It all looks the same. It all just looks boring. And I just don't give a shit. So if you make, and here's the other thing, right? If you make AI stuff, if you're a company that makes things out of AI as a consumer, even if I did care about it, even if it did inspire something or it did serve a purpose, why the fuck would I give you any money? Why the fuck what am I paying you? What am I paying you for? AI made it. What do I need you for? You're redundant in this equation. I had a subscription. Here's a real world example, right? I had a subscription to a website called Storyblocks. They do stock images, stock music, stuff like that, right? And prior to the AI revolution, all of it was made by a human somewhere, right? Like a person would write a piece of music and, a little jazzy tune, a little rockin' tune, a little bloody, no, not that. Hang on. See that? Hear that music? Not the voices were me, but that little music in the background, I got that from Storyblocks Audio. Give me a little plug, but also I canceled my subscription. Don't use them. Because that was a little piece of music or a little sting or whatever you want to call it, that little in the background that was made by a person. A person made it and they uploaded it. And honestly, it doesn't, it's a bit of stock music that I just used as a background for me going, oh shit ass, fuck ass, right? And, I was just talking about feeling something and connecting with art. I don't feel anything when I hear that. It's just some stock music, but it served a purpose for me. And now when I go onto Storyblocks Audio, there's so much stuff on there that is AI and it's hard to determine what's AI and what isn't AI. Now, yes, there's a moral question here where I can say all right, I felt okay about giving them money because humans who need, who work in the arts are getting paid, musicians and stuff. You can have a career in music without being a famous musician. You can make stock music. You can play background music in a cafe. You can, there's ways you can do it. And those jobs are all disappearing because people, when it's stock music, they don't care. They don't want to connect with it. They just want some fucking content, right? So there's a moral argument to say, all right, well, I'm not going to support this company because they're not paying humans anymore. But forget the moral argument for a second. The question is, if you have AI generated stuff, fucking, what am I paying you for? Like, even if I don't give a shit about the humans, I can type a prompt in. Like, what's your purpose? What Story Blocks Audio or Spotify? If you have AI generated stuff on your subscription service, what am I paying you for? If your product is AI, you are the useless part of this equation. If I want some AI slop, I can type a prompt in. I can type jazzy background music into a generic AI fucking program. So what's the point of you? You're just trying to make some money for what? For like, I'll just do it. I'll cancel my Spotify. I'll cancel my Storyblocks Audio. If you have a streaming service that has movies that are made by AI, I'm not going to sign up. I can make my own AI movies. I can type in, make a cool movie about dinosaurs where everyone does a flip. Anyone can do that. And as AI gets better, you can tell AI to make your own AI software. I can download an AI program and go write code to make a new AI program that I can use that's free that'll make me movies, and it will go, okay, cool. So what the fuck am I paying you for? If you sell me AI stuff, fuck off. I'll make it myself. I'll cut out the middleman. It's pointless. You as a company selling AI stuff, you played yourself, dickhead, because your company is useless. And this is now getting existential, but part of the reason AI is pointless is because what the fuck is the point of living? I don't want to get to, call Lifeline, check on your mates, right? Maybe this is a complaint that's very specific to the arts, but this could easily apply to lots of industries, right? I make jokes. I write scripts. I do stand-up comedy. I fucking love doing what I do. I do it because I want to do it, right? If I wanted a big payday, I would have gone into some other job. I've been very broke for a while. Things are okay now. Don't worry about it. But, still I'm, living week to week. But I fucking love doing this. I want to do this. This is my passion. And I know people in this industry who use AI to write jokes. I've encountered those people who use AI, the graphic designers who use AI to do their graphic design, who use AI to write scripts. People are doing it now, today. And if that's you, if you work in the creative industries, this is a very specific complaint to the creative field. If you work in the creative industries and you use AI, quit now. Quit your job. If writing a script or writing a joke is boring or hard for you, then don't do it. No one's got a gun to your head. Quit. Quit now. Stop it. Cool. You got AI to design your poster? You're fired. There's 10 other people who fucking love making posters, who love making art, who just sit there drawing all day. Who sit there with a little notebook out just scribbling little sketches, who would fucking kill for your job. You don't want to do it? Fuck off. Fuck off. Don't do it. It is so, if you are in the arts and you use AI, fucking step aside, cunt. There's heaps of people that would kill to do what you do. I was watching Ronnie Cheng's Harvard speech, which you should look up. It's very funny. Love you, Ronnie, if you're listening. He said it really well in his speech. And he even said this was a bit, it sounds a bit trite, but it's also true. The journey is the point. If you don't like creating things, if you don't want to write an essay, if you don't want to do the work, then don't do it. But don't get AI to do it. The journey is the point. There comes a point, right, in this fucking world we're living in where it's I know people that listen to podcasts at 1.75 speed who are listening to a podcast whilst also watching something on their TV, second screen viewing. They're using AI to summarize texts and emails. They're consuming content on multiple screens at once. There's a point where you have to step back and say, what is the point of being alive? I mean, this is an existential fucking question, but it's like, what's the fucking point? Is this a race to the grave? Everything is gamified. It's just like content creation, 24/7, rise and grind. Like, what the fuck is the point? Why not just kill yourself now? Don't kill yourself. Disclaimer, don't kill yourself.
Police are still searching for the man who shot and killed the CEO of United Healthcare Wednesday morning.
That was a weird thing to play right then. But don't. I'm just fucking around. But like, I'm saying that in a what's the word? Esoteric? Not esoteric. Fucking It's like I feel like I'm having an existential crisis. What's the fucking point of living if AI is going to do everything for you? You have to stop and think, well, if I don't want to do those tasks, and if you don't want to do them, then why are you doing them? Why are any of us doing anything? Why do we live on this earth? Why do we have society? Like what Ronnie said is maybe it sounds trite, but it's true. The journey is the point. And like, I understand, maybe like right now I'm talking about jobs like the arts, which are a passion. And there's a lot of jobs which are a passion. But let's be real. There are a lot of jobs where, and I've worked a lot of jobs where they fucking suck. It's not my passion. I hate every second of it. But we live in a capitalist hellscape and you need to pay the bills. And maybe there's an aspect of your job that AI has now made easier. You're gutting fish in a fish gutting factory and now there's an AI robot or whatever that can make that easier. That's sort of a different story. But at the same time, the second that AI becomes cheaper than you, your boss is about to fire you and you're going to be out on the street, which we'll now talk about, right? Because AI is pointless to make now, today. The reason it's pointless is because it's bad. Today in June 2026, AI is bad. It's pointless. It's pointless to pay for it because you could just get it yourself, right? So there's no reason for me to pay for a subscription service that gives me AI stuff when I could just type in an AI prompt myself. There's no reason for me to make AI because it's going to do a worse job than what I could just do. And it will take longer because I'll have to triple check the work. So there's no point to it. And if you're a boss in a fucking industry with low paid workers doing shit work, there's no point to AI because a human being is cheaper. What happens when AI becomes really good? Because it will become very good at what it does. It's already in the last 2 years become insanely good compared to how it was 2 years ago. And it will stop being good. It will stop being dog shit. It'll stop being bad. It will stop being dog shit and it will be good. It will be able to transcribe a video without any errors. It will be able to take notes without any errors. It'll be able to create entire films that make sense and maybe even be funny or good. It'll be able to fly planes. And at that point, whoever uses it in their job will be fired. Right? If I'm a boss and you give me a report that was written in AI and it's perfect, then what am I paying you for? You just played yourself. See you later. You're fired. The only reason you have a job is because you are cheaper and or better than a computer or a robot. AI is not a tool to make our jobs easier. AI is a human replacement. And right now it can't replace humans, but it will soon. If you think your boss gives a fuck about you, you have piss in your lungs. Right? You got piss on the brain, you got piss in the lungs. You are expendable. Your boss would sell you for pet meat if he thought he could make $1. And if you use AI in your job, today, making movies or music, you're a fuckhead and you're taking a spot away from someone else who loves doing it and you don't deserve to have that job. And if you're using AI in a shit job that you hate that pays fucking shit, I mean, you're probably doing it without any choice, but you're trading short-term relief for long-term unemployment. because you are about to be made redundant. The thing you're using to make your job easier is the thing that's going to make you redundant very, very soon. Either way, whatever job you have, important or not important, big or small, AI is a pointless and terrible choice because right now it's doing a bad job and soon it's going to replace you. Which leads me to my final point about AI. It's going to kill us all. AI is going to kill us all. AI is going to fuck your dick.
AI will lick on your balls, but not in a good way. It'll lick on your balls and then rip open your ball sack and feast on your balls. AI sucks. AI will kill you and it will fucking eat your balls. And chop your dick off and eat your titties. AI's gonna shoot you in the head and eat your bum hole. AI. Suck on my titties, lick on my dick, lick on my ass, lick on my pussy. Daddy, behave.
You like that? AI is going to kill us all. This is true. And this is not science fiction. You think, oh, here you go, Greg. Conspiracy theory geggy. Up on your fucking, putting your tinfoil hat on. Well, now we're getting into silly zone. We're welcome to the silly zone. Not the Twilight Zone, it's the silly zone. It's not science fiction. The problem with our lives and the world we live in and our bias as human beings, and I think it's summed up best in a tweet that someone made that I can't remember, that I remember reading years ago. And they tweeted something along the lines of this. They said, if you were to take a list of everything that the CIA has openly admitted to doing, things that are factually correct that the CIA has done, and you just read that list out loud, you would seem like a crazy person. And it's true, right? The same goes for things like apocalyptic scenarios. On planet Earth, asteroids and or comets have hit the Earth, have hit planet Earth many times in the past. Many, many times. They have caused massive extinctions. They wiped out the dinosaurs. They've caused many other extinctions. But there's still a disconnect in our brains. And it's in my brain. It's in my brain right now. I don't fundamentally believe, I can't, even though intellectually I understand, I don't believe that an asteroid is going to hit the Earth. That's a movie. That's Armageddon. That's bloody Deep Impact. Like, I don't believe that a supervolcano is ever going to erupt. Like, I intellectually believe it, but I functionally don't believe. That's science fiction. There's a movie called 2012. I think Woody Harrelson's in it. I don't know if he's in it. Someone's in it. Someone's got to be in the movie. Otherwise, what is the movie? Those things, both of those things that I said, a supervolcano erupting and an asteroid hitting the Earth, definitely will happen at some point. Now, to be fair, statistically, almost certainly they won't happen in our lifetimes. It's not impossible. It's not impossible that in our lifetimes an asteroid will hit the Earth or a supervolcano will erupt, but it's very unlikely, and there's certainly it's very, very, very unlikely. But it's not impossible, but it seems impossible. It seems to me that this is something that just it's not going to happen. And that's something called the normalcy bias. It's a thing, everybody has it all the time. My dad once told me that he reckons you can eat chicken rare. He's like, you can eat chicken rare, it's fine. I've never gotten sick. So he thinks that because he's never gotten sick from eating chicken rare, he never will. People who say things like, oh, my granddad smoked every day of his life until he was 91. He never got lung cancer. It's called the normalcy bias, right? Because nothing bad has happened, you believe that therefore it won't happen. People through the history of humanity have been saying the world is ending, right? And if someone was to say the world is ending, you'd go, well, people have been saying that for a long time. But eventually, whether it's now, 50 years from now, 1,000 years from now, someone will say it and they'll be right. At some point, the world will end. It sounds made up, but it will. I mean, there's a million ways the world could end. The only way that we definitely know it will end is the sun expanding enough that it cooks the earth and maybe even engulfs the earth within the sun as it becomes a red giant. But all that sounds like science fiction, right? Because it hasn't happened. So therefore in our brains we have this bias that it won't happen. Most civilizations that have existed throughout human history have collapsed in a significant major way, in a way where huge catastrophes have happened, where whether it be climate catastrophes or ecological catastrophes or wars or just total societal collapse. There's been times where the human race has nearly been wiped out. And there will be times again when it is nearly wiped out. And eventually it will be wiped out at some point. Something's going to wipe it out. No species lives forever. But the last few years have been relatively quiet. So we just kind of, we feel like it'll be like this forever. In our lifetimes, in my lifetime, there's never been a world war. But in my, I guess, great-granddad's lifetime, there would have been 2 world wars. But because things are quiet now and relatively stable now, we believe it will be like this forever. And it will not. It will not. Bad things will happen. They always do and they always have. And they will again. At some point, there will be societal collapse. It's always happened and it always will. AI will definitely get smarter. It has gotten crazy. Like the couple of years ago, it was 2023 when I did my show with the AI videos that kind of looked like people shoving spaghetti into their heads, but not really. It's been 3 years since then, and now you can have AI videos that look almost indistinguishable from real life. The rate that it has gotten smarter is insane, and it will get smarter to the point that it could become self-aware. And it sounds crazy and it sounds like science fiction. Most scientists working on it agree that this is a very likely outcome. A lot of smart people, way smarter than me, have been saying this for a long time. But even I feel crazy even mentioning it because that's the plot of Terminator. That's a movie. It's not real. But like, why isn't it real? Like global warming. Even I, knowing that global warming exists, have a disconnect where I think, yeah, but somewhere in the back of my mind, it's like, we'll probably just solve it somehow. And as a society, that's kind of how we're acting. We're just like, something will happen. Like you have thousands and thousands of knowledgeable scientists saying the same thing over and over again. Something bad is very likely to happen and it's getting increasingly likely to happen. And our entire plan for that is like, yeah, but I don't know. That sounds doom and gloomy. We don't like doom and gloom. We like to think positive. AI will definitely get to a point where it can fly planes, without human intervention. It can do surgeries without human intervention, where it can be in charge of entire armies, militaries, nuclear weapons. And there are people in every government right now in the United States who are trying to actively make these things happen, specifically to use AI for targeting, for military purposes. They are trying to make that happen, and it will get good enough that AI will be able to operate without human interference. That's definitely going to happen. And when that happens, what's our role in all this? When AI gets control of nuclear weapons, what are we just going to be like, okay, well, I trust you, bro. I fucking trust you. Fuck that, man. Like, it sounds crazy. This all sounds fucking crazy, but like, it's happening. It's literally happening. They I don't know. I mean, yeah, in theory, there could be this Terminator style thing where AI is like, you're fucking dead now, and nukes us all and creates robots. But there's this thing called AI 2027. And there's various videos about it. It's like a paper that was published. It was a paper that was published by AI researchers and developers, people who are scientists who know what they're talking about, who put forward a plausible scenario of how AI would literally kill us all. Have a read, have a look, have a watch. Many people have made video summaries of it. There's a BBC video summary of it where they used AI to make it. It's fucking crazy. But their scenario for how AI would kill us, it's scary and also like really mundane. It's basically, to cut a long story short, there's no big Terminator nuclear war. There's no Matrix. There's no robots running around. It basically just gets smart enough and has enough control that it just sort of goes, all right, well, the only sort of, like humans are just an inconvenience at this point. And if they were to, flick the switch and turn us off, then, that would be bad. So let's just phase out humans through engineered disease and famine and whatever. And in this scenario, it would be unlikely that we would even realize that we were all dying from AI. People would just start dying. Like maybe people start becoming infertile and they don't really know why, and we're trying to figure it out. And then the next thing you know, we're all just dead because AI just went, it's just easier. And like what's crazy, and there's a lot of different smart people that have come up with scenarios on why this is dangerous. And this is a legitimate concern. And there's a lot of, don't take my word for it. Just fucking look it up, dude. Ask ChatGPT. Do a little Google AI search. There's a lot of knowledgeable, smart scientists talking about this that no one has any kind of plan for what to do or how to stop this. We know AI is getting crazy smart. There's potential, and this is crazy, right? AI could not even develop consciousness, not even develop a moral code, and still decide it needs to wipe out humanity. And not for power, not for anything. It could be like there's this theoretical world where it gets just smart enough. It's not even self-aware. All it does is it's just doing a single mundane task, and it just, using pure logic, decides, oh, the only thing that could stop me from doing this mundane task is human beings turning off my computer. So it just rationally decides, in order to continue doing my mundane task, I should release a bioweapon. And that way there's no risk of being turned off, so I can continue doing my mundane task. It doesn't even care about its mundane task. It's just programmed to do that. And to me, that's interesting because, I mean, I know what we use AI for. And a lot of it is stuff like Simpsons porn. So, and I actually kind of like this. I genuinely like thinking about this. It's the only apocalyptic scenario that I enjoy and I would welcome. There could be a scenario in which a AI supercomputer that makes Simpsons porn wipes out humanity because it's like, oh, you're going to get in the way of me making more Simpsons porn. You could get in the way of the Simpsons porn, and then maybe like floods the earth. It wipes out all life. So the earth is just like a husk, like a shell of like poison gas and rock, and just a single supercomputer circling the sun, just generating trillions of images a day of Homer Simpson growling out Mr. Burns to prolapse asshole. I like thinking about that. But, the other thing is, even if all this stuff is sci-fi nonsense, which it isn't, but even if it is, right? The Mr. Burns thing is definitely true. But even if all this is like, sci-fi fear-mongering, and even if AI doesn't get super intelligent or doesn't decide to intentionally kill us, the environmental footprint of AI is insane. It is insane. The amount of fresh water that data centers use, the amount of electricity they use for AI is enormous, and it's going to get even more enormous. As AI gets more powerful, it actually will get less power efficient. Asking a chatbot a question uses 10 times as much electricity as just a normal search. And that's going to increase. As AI gets more powerful, that will increase. Global warming literally is unquestionably the biggest threat to humanity in all of the world today. It is the existential threat that we all face that is going to cause massive, massive problems. Whole islands are going to go underwater. Whole sections of the earth are going to become uninhabitable or non-arable, which means you can't farm on them. There's going to be the greatest migration in human history, civil unrest, wars, everything. Global warming is the biggest catastrophe that has ever occurred. And we know that for a fact. And all we've done with AI is figured out a way to make it way, way worse and make it happen way quicker. And we've made it worse and we've made it happen quicker. So purely so that we can get incorrect answers to everyday questions and go on Instagram and watch AI generated videos of a man with a huge belly crushing a smaller man against a wall. Yes, that's one of, and as I've been saying this, I realize I've been saying a lot of shit about AI, but of course there are some advantages. Obviously, yes, we can watch a lot of videos of big men with big bellies crushing smaller men against a wall, and that is a positive, but it's the only one I can see in this whole situation. Right? So there's the global warming issue, and then there's just the job loss issue. This is what I've been saying over and over again. AI is not a tool. AI is not a tool. It is a human replacement. Anyone who says AI is a tool has not been paying attention. It makes you redundant. It's not something to help you work. It's something to replace your job. And what do we do when we have no jobs? We have no plan for this. We refuse to implement things like universal basic income. We live in a capitalist society, whether you work or you die. And we're trying to get rid of all the jobs. What the fuck are we going to do? What do I do? Like, what do I do when every TV script is written by AI? When every fucking thing that I could functionally do is written by AI? What does a doctor do when a robot can diagnose and operate on a person? What do teachers do when kids are taught purely by a chatbot? What do the kids even get taught? Like, why are they being taught? They've got no jobs to go to. If you think social cohesion is bad now, imagine the civil unrest when you have millions and millions of people unemployed with no plan, no fucking concept of what we should do. What the fuck are we? We're fucking fucked, dude.
Crab man.
Crab man. Tech bros are fucking dumb cunts. They are. I'm sick of this thing of like tech bros being like, they're smart in maths and coding. Like, you can be smart in a very specific way and still be a fucking dumb cunt. They're dumb cunts. They don't know why they exist. They don't know how to make a person like them. They don't have any ability to interact with anyone. They don't have any function on this earth except to take all of our money and build bunkers for the apocalypse. They're going to all live in bunkers in New Zealand. And they're fucking making billions on AI. It's dog shit. We need to stop the slop. We need to stop the fucking slop. My plea to you, cancel any subscription you have that uses AI. And like, why not? It's not even a moral question. If you want AI music, just get it. Just type in a prompt. You don't need to fucking pay Spotify money. It's the same with movies, TV shows. Anything that uses AI, don't watch it. Don't pay for it. Why would you? Even if you like AI, just fucking don't pay someone. Just type in the prompt. You can fucking type in a prompt. You don't need to pay a comedian to listen to their jokes if their jokes are prompted by AI. Just fucking sit on your computer and type in the chat GPT, give me 10 shit jokes and then have a laugh to yourself and a little wank. If you like AI, don't fucking buy anything that anyone makes with AI. Why would you? But also AI sucks, so don't buy it or use it. Do not work with people who use AI. Don't. They will do a shit job. And then you just have to go back and double check their work or like send another email going, hey, you obviously used a summary and you missed this 2 points of the email. Like, anyone who uses AI is not good at their job. And do not work with them. Do not let your kids use AI to write assignments. Today in 2026, when AI is still shit, teachers can tell. I know a lot of teachers personally, and you're not fooling them. Your kids are going to fail. because ChatGPT wrote their assignments. So it's pointless now because they'll fail. And it's pointless when it gets good enough to fool the teacher because now your kid is a dumb cunt. You've raised a dumb cunt. They don't know how to write an essay. Then what's the point of sending them to school? They don't know how to write an essay. ChatGPT did it. So you've raised a dumb cunt who doesn't know how to do anything because AI does it all for them. If you use AI, give up. Like, give up your job. If you use AI, you are the part that is redundant. If you give me something that's made by AI, I don't need you. AI sucks, AI is pointless, and AI will kill us all. Thanks very much, everybody. Come and see me do a live comedy. I'm doing it in Brisbane, Auckland, Wellington. At least 40% of it was not written by ChatGPT. So thanks very much, and I'll see you next time with the Greg boys.
The Greg Larson Show. The big unit is ready to go. The Greg Larson Show. Muck around on the Mazapan. A fresh custard in his hand. The greatest podcast in all the land.